As an undergraduate student at Niagara University, Hugh B. Scott was active in both the NU Players and student government. And while at Niagara, he was also inspired by the civil rights movement of the 1960s. Upon graduation in 1971, he was compelled to work to improve people's access to justice. He then earned his law degree from the University of Buffalo and embarked on a career as a pioneer for justice.
He's very highly regarded. He has the perfect personality and temperament to be a judge. He's smart, he's hardworking, he's everything that lawyers and litigants would want in a judge.
My father was a Supreme Court judge in Queens, so I know what is expected, and I know how high the bar was in my eyes, in my family. And Judge Scott not only hit the bar, he rose above it in so many ways in his community activities.
When you see an individual like Judge Scott, who year in, year out, week in and week out, are dealing with some of the most complex issues in our society, and he continues to work and continues to deliver sort of the gifts he has about discernment, being able to communicate what's going on, being able to help people think through their dilemmas. He's a gift to this community.
Through his work, Hugh Scott became a trailblazer in the justice system. He was the first African American to head the local office of the State Attorney General, to be an assistant U.S. attorney, an assistant corporation counsel in Buffalo, and assistant Erie County attorney. He was also the first African American to serve as a federal judge in Buffalo.
So many people are having their first encounter with the legal system in city court, and so many of them came from the same neighborhood that Hugh grew up in. And for them to see someone that came from similar circumstances and was not going to necessarily cut them a break because of that, but was going to try and find a path that could help them, prevent them from appearing in front of him or some other judge again, I think I would characterize as trailblazing.
And this is a person who has had a significant role in New York State in shaping economic decisions and race relations and helping communities to really embrace diversity and move forward. And he's really done it in a way that he can build relationships with everyone.
But I know that he is proud of, and justifiably so, proud of his accomplishments, both in relation to the African American community and the larger community. I mean, he has impacted on this community in ways that most people don't even know.
In Judge Scott's highly recognized career on the bench, he never failed to recognize that the justice system did not end in the courtroom. Because of that, he played a key role in the development of Buffalo's Reentry Court, a voluntary program that allows parolees to obtain job training, legal assistance, and other skills for easing back into society.
He uses his courtroom as a place for rehabilitation and rebirth of people who have gone through jail and been convicted, and he has so much confidence in their future and gives them so much self-confidence in going back into the community.
The easy way is simply to say, you're convicted, this is your sentence, goodbye. That's easy. It takes a lot more work to see the human being and to see the potential in the human being, that person's family, that person's community, all of our community can only be helped by doing the hard work to work with those people, even as a judge, to turn their lives around.
Despite serving his community as a judge and working for those marginalized by the justice system, Judge Scott also gave of his time, talent, and treasure to a number of Western New York institutions. He has served on the boards of Niagara University, Catholic Health Systems, Gow School, the Albright Knox Art Gallery, and the Buffalo Museum of Science.
He has never been too busy to become involved in community organizations and community life and the people of this community. So I guess you could say he's a man of all seasons and for all people.
he does bring a great deal of knowledge and experience to the boards in the community that he serves on. And his contributions to the community are well known. He's been advising healthcare organizations, universities, other community organizations. But there's another aspect of Hugh's off-the-bench activity which I think is also important, and that is his role as a teacher. He
never shrinks from his service to the community, and I think that's one of these characteristics of a true leader. It's not about Judge Scott, it's about what he can do in the community. He's the type of individual we want our children to grow up like. I mean, he really is a hero for this community.
For his work as a trailblazer, community advocate, and a professional leader, Niagara University is proud to present the Honorable Hugh B. Scott with the 2015 St. Vincent de Paul Award.